cut the deficit, but I don't understand about going around the proper channels. And my priority is knowing that you will protect the Constitution of the United States. And I don't think just being happy for what's being done with no consideration of how the executive branch is working for us against Congress is acceptable. How are you going to protect the Constitution?
I think that's a great question. And you know what? I completely agree with you. 100%. Okay, our system of democracy is based on, as the gentlelady said, a system of checks and balances. And we're supposed to have 3 different branches of government that provide checks against each other. Okay? And so once in a while, and this has happened throughout the history of our country, once in a while we have a branch that tries to seize more power than they're entitled to.
What are you doing?
You know what? That is exactly what's happening right now. So let's talk about just the last couple of days.
It's your party.
Where we have a court system, and we're a society that believes in the rule of written law based on the open written law, which is our U.S. Constitution.
36 felonies! 36 felonies!
It was 94! They let him get off!
So the administration
Again!
do a lot of
A
things
lifelong criminal!
and the courts are weighing in.
A rapist! A pedophile!
You can't do that. So, for example, just yesterday,
These are Nazis!
in the case
They're not Nazis. They're the communists. That's why they build walls.
The Trump administration's access to taxpayer level debt. So the courts did that yesterday. Okay, the courts also ruled in yesterday in the case of NIH grant funding, and they put a block on the administration's ability to rescind that funding. Okay, the courts also ruled in yesterday on the Trump administration's.
It's not an administration! It's a coup!
As the plenary head of the executive branch, the president does have the authority to do that. Okay? So, folks, the system is working as it was intended to do. And let me remind you, this is not the first president that we have had to try to govern by executive.
Bullshit! He's not a president! He's a criminal! He's a criminal!
And so, he issued executive orders that he viewed.
Our side's going to talk bad about you people.
You know what his reaction was? He said, so soon. And people did. And the courts did exactly the same thing. In some cases, they said what the president was doing was legal. In some cases, they put a stop to it.
He's been getting away with crime all his life!
And we will get through it as we can.
You're a felon! He's a felon!
What about Katie Johnson?
Good morning. My name is Sarah Fernandez. I live in Morongo Valley. I'm here to speak about an issue that's very important to our community and could affect a lot of other communities in the desert. Many people here don't know that 2 days ago, the president signed an executive order that essentially made the National Environmental Policy Act unenforceable. It revoked the powers of the Council for Environmental Quality to enforce NEPA. And basically left all of our federal public lands in limbo to the whims of the individual agencies to enforce NEPA. So all of the commercial developers who are proposing projects on our federal lands and who are in bed with the Bureau of Land Management, for instance, have really nothing to stop them from exploiting our public federal lands for commercial gains. Specifically, there is a 200-foot tall tower proposed in Morongo Valley, less than 100 feet from rural residential land in a rugged area containing habitat for endangered species and other threatened wildlife. It is less than 400 feet from my property where I'm raising a toddler and poses many dangers to the community. One of which is wildfire danger, with the storage of 3,000 gallons of fuel, and it has no access to water for firefighting. It threatens our property values, which threatens the basis of funding for our local fire department. And this particular project is proposed by a private developer on our federal lands. It does not comply with any of the land use plans. Specifically the special recreation management area. It does not comply with the visual resource class 2, which is to protect the scenic visual resources of our very special Morongo Valley. This tower, 200 feet tall on top of a 300-foot hilltop in a very rugged area, will be an obstruction to aerial support during a wildfire event. It will be the first thing anybody sees when they enter the high desert, when they reach the top of the Morongo grade. And without NEPA being enforced by the CEQ, there is nothing to stop this project from moving forward now. I know that you personally support the use of satellite technology for early wildfire detection.
SpaceX.
We support technology for our communication uses as well, satellite technology, not these obsolete behemoth towers that it's old tech and it's exploiting our lands. These towers, if this is allowed to happen, it will happen anywhere else. Very close to our neighborhoods.
That's right.
Wildlife that we cherish. What are you going to do to enforce the National Environmental Policy Act and ensure that non-compliant proposals by private developers don't exploit our federal land?
Great question, great statement.
Thank you very much for the question. I met with the town council this morning before this community meeting, and I'm told that the developer is withdrawing their application for that tower, and they're going to find a different place to build it. But let me talk about CEQA and NEPA, okay? And this is something that is very important to me, because over half of the land mass of my congressional district is public lands of one form or another. Bureau of Land Management, National Forest, state parkland. So the ways in which that land is used and the ways it is protected is of vital consequence to the people that I represent. And so I make sure that we have a seat at the table anytime we have a discussion about those lands. So the problem with CEQA and NEPA is that sometimes they have unintended consequences that are very negative for the people that actually...
Share this out, guys. Share it everywhere.
I'm sure everyone has gotten a front row.
This is what democracy looks like.
The whole saga over the Joshua
Right
Tree
here.
and listing it as endangered and the mitigation fees, all of that, right? We have people here in Yucca Valley who want to just replace an aging septic tank on land that's already disturbed, sitting under their house, and they're getting bills for $50,000 and $60,000 to mitigate Joshua trees that are already there that they're not even going to disturb, but because within 50 feet of the septic tank. That's not true? Talk to your town council, they showed me the bill this morning. Goodness gracious, people. Okay, so this is an example of unintended consequences.
Thank you, Mom Teresa.
We absolutely need the protection.
Thank
for our
you,
natural
Sixes.
land. We all want to be good stewards of our environment. Okay?
No, you don't.
People that live here, they need to protect their rights as well. And so I think that there is a balance to be had there. And I think that there's a world where common sense can prevail. And elderly residents don't get $60,000 bills for mitigation when all they want to do is maintain their house. So I think that we can have our cake and eat it too. I think that there's a middle ground of common sense that we can enforce those laws, we can protect our national land, but we can also protect the rights of people who live here. And so we're going to keep fighting for that. But thank you very much for your time. Well, we got a couple.
That's with Benny guns.
I'm still having fun. All right.
We're not having fun. We're in danger. Our democracy is in danger.
35494-416. 35494-416. 35494-220. 35494-220. Three five four nine four 214. 35494-214.
We need somebody in office who's not afraid to do the heavy lifting. Not afraid to say no. Not afraid to bend over to corporate.
So I know that you earned a PhD at the California Baptist University in 2020, managing budgetary conflict between the executive and legislative branches of government. So that seems to indicate that and so let me ask you a question, and this is a yes or no question, please. Does Congress hold the purse? Is Congress the body that we elected to be in charge of how our funds are managed to spend?
Absolutely, yes.
Just now, as you were asked about it, you deferred to our court system. And our court system, when Trump lied about the voting because the machines hadn't been hacked yet, when they lied about it, there were 91 federal cases about their attempts to try to steal the 2020 election by, we want to know you did, okay. Now there might be 91 of his own personal cases for rape and fiscal. I'm not going to read it as a factual because I don't have a PhD in this like you do.
Yeah. 4,000 cases before office.
Like, oh, well, the court said he didn't steal our information, but we all know he had like Musk and 6 other hackers all over that information for the last 2 weeks. So
Yeah, carte blanche. Take whatever you want.
That all just went onto a hard drive. I don't even know, like however they do it now up to the cloud, that information, they have it. There's no, and you just went like this with your head without even knowing it. You went like this.
Yep.
So you deferred to the courts as a member of Congress when our courts are no longer allowed to prosecute rapes, and if they do, the rich people get off. Our courts pay to play system.
Yep.
So of course, as a member of Congress, when you divert to the courts, you have now handed over our tax dollars to the courts. So, and we all know there's a separation of the civil court and the criminal court. And what Trump and Musk are doing is absolutely criminal.
Yes!
Why Congress has deferred their responsibility to protect the funding of the United States.
Okay, Rox.
And by the way, when she said that the budget was balanced when there was a 50% tax on the richest people, you went to 1990 when it wasn't.
Right.
So I say, let's go back, and if somebody like Elon Musk paid like how much taxes? We know the federal government gave him $16 billion. $16 billion in government grants approved by Congress. Did he give to California? Do you know that number? Because you have a PhD in this stuff, so I would think you would have that number.
So I actually think that's a really good question.
Yeah.
To unpack a little bit, so we've been talking about the courts and about the executive orders, right? Which is different than fundamentally the question you asked. You asked a question about if Congress controls the power of the purse, right? Which we absolutely do. And I'll tell you,
Stop wasting our money!
Is or something called impoundment, which is when Congress appropriates money for a certain purpose, does the president have the responsibility and obligation to spend it for that purpose? And the law says absolutely he does. Okay, this conflict goes back, I have a whole chapter in my dissertation on this, which maybe you've read. This conflict goes all the way back to Thomas Jefferson. which was the first president to try and say, no, you've appropriated me this money, in this case it was for gunboats on the Potomac, but I don't think they're necessary, I'm not going to spend it. So that conflict goes back that far. In the 1970s with President Nixon,
I'll do that in this
a compromise
description,
was
Joey
trying to reach
Jones.
something called, excuse me, ma'am, you talk and then I talk.
You're destroying our country.
Let me finish answering your question. Let me finish answering your question. Okay? Something was passed called the Impoundment Control Act, which makes it explicitly clear that the president has an obligation.
No!
For the purposes that Congress appropriated.
We don't have a president! There's a criminal in the White House!
I actually had a chance to enforce that because there's a lawsuit that's been brought over this, and the courts have given the Trump administration a little bit of discretion to reorganize that, okay? Because, ma'am, we do not have any law enforcement powers, the courts have the
That's all
power.
you got, 'cause you don't
So if we have a problem with the administration, we do exactly
Yeah,
what the public does, and we bring a
you don't know what
lawsuit.
you're talking about.
Okay?
You just
So
don't know.
you will see Congress assert itself on this topic because we
Thank you,
cannot
Susie.
give up the power of the purpose, and nor will we. Well, I actually appreciate the questions, a good one. Yes, ma'am, what can I answer for you?
Yes, hi. I'm one of the 4 million disabled Californians who rely on Social Security disability benefits. California also has one of the worst homelessness epidemics in the country. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick appeared on Fox News on Thursday and confirmed the Musk-Trump administration will seek to cut $1 trillion from these essential programs. He said this would be done under the claims of fraud Musk has made without any evidence in which were debunked that 150-year-old Social Security numbers were receiving benefits. I'm very concerned that we're being told to just trust Musk, especially when he frequently uses the R word, which is a well-known slur used to dehumanize the mentally disabled.
Yep. And he's a
We
Nazi!
want to cut these programs under false pretenses, Congressman. But it's the people who want to cut them seem to hold radically negative views of the disabled community. Even J.D. Vance, when he appeared on a podcast, promoted that people in the audience should read the works of a Mr. Curtis Yarvin, who once claimed that disabled people should be turned into biofuel so that we would be useful.
Just like Hitler!
Nazi!
This is your
My question to
administration.
you is if in enacting these massive cuts, mistakes are made like the recent accidental firing of workers who oversee nuclear storage facilities, what is your plan for how and where people like me and millions of other Californians, including the elderly, will be fed and housed after we are made homeless by these cuts? And then a follow-up to the last person's question, if and when Trump does violate the laws about Congress's power of the purse, will you impeach him? Will you
There has been a lot of angst and consternation about programs that everyone relies on, like Social Security, like Medicare, like Medicaid. So I want to be crystal clear about this.
Nuclear safe.
No one is talking about reducing benefits to the people that depend on them.
Bullshit! 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 Bullshit!
We're not going to touch Social Security. We're not going to touch
Bullshit!
just this last week. Hands off.
Liar! 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 Liar!
Sure that those dollars are getting to the people who depend on them. Because we have
Bullshit!
democracy that's soaking those dollars up. We have mistaken payments, improper payments that are being made.
No! No!
Are dollars that should be going to the people who depend on them. So that's what's talking about being done.
Thank you, bro. It's slow.
And I, as a member of the House Budget Committee, we have been talking about these programs. The cuts that have been discussed are incredibly modest. It's about 2.5%.
No. You want to talk about incredibly modest? Try living on $2,000 a month in California.
I'm sorry, everyone's yelling, I can't hear what you're saying.
These incompetent people make giant mistakes like they did with the nuclear, and then they just say, oh, whoops, I didn't get my social security disconnected. What happened?
You know what? Yeah! And let me correct something you said a moment ago. California actually has the worst homelessness of any state in the country.
And isn't it convenient that homelessness is being made illegal?
So it is
Illegal to be homeless.
what no one is talking about doing is making cuts to these vital programs that people depend
Good morning, Congressman. My name is April Ramirez. I am a councilwoman in the city of 29 Palms. I'm a mom, I'm a nurse, and I am
Beautiful,
the
Angelique.
first
Thank you.
active duty military spouse from the Naval Hospital. My husband has been in the Marine Corps for 12 years. I'm sorry, from the Naval Base. And I feel like this. If there was a line, I'm gonna be divided, right? Because there's a lot of things to be angry at. I will very openly say our government at this point in time is very broken. However, I also believe, and I teach this to my children, that we have to be happy for the small things in life. I'm not, just let me finish. Just let me finish, please.
It's working just the way it was designed. Right.
Thank you.
It's
And so,
working just how it was designed to keep us down.
ma'am, thank you. And so I was asked on behalf of 36 active duty military families that did benefit, that said before, we didn't have diapers, we didn't have wipes. And because of this pay increase for our current active duty military members, we are now able to breathe freely. So I was asked to just come and say thank you for the steps and the energy that is being put in to taking care of our active duty military, because this is when it truly is important to take care of them. And not when it's too late, when we're veterans and when they're on the streets and when they don't have accessible health care. It has to start from the beginning. So I just want to say thank you for taking those steps as a
Thanks to you and your husband for your service, so we're going to keep fighting on that. All right, so one thing I wanted to end on, okay, is to talk about the reason why we believe in representative government in this country. We practice a form of democracy that's fundamentally different than that practiced in a lot of other countries.
We're losing our democracy.
And the party decides who represents you. Here in the United States, we believe in voting for a person. And even though I get the sense that a lot of people in this room didn't vote for me, I got that message. For everyone in this room, your representative is me, and I take that responsibility very seriously.
Bullshit!
The reason why we believe in voting for a person and not a party is so that when you have a dispute with your government, you will have someone fighting in your corner, representing your interests. And for everyone in this room, that person is me. So I have a district office staff with members of my staff who are deeply passionate about the work that we do for you. And I want to encourage you, on your way out, grab a business card. When you get home, throw it in the drawer. And when you have a problem with your government...
Bullshit! Bullshit!
We can solve problems for you, but you have to...
You're stripping away everything America! Letting a fucking Nazi do high Hitler salutes and then get into our business?
Or you're having problems with the VA, would you please call me? I have people on my staff that specialize in solving problems for our veterans.
Call me so I won't answer.
call me, we can get those problems fixed. In fact, I had a man last week that came to us that was, they had been directing his social security payments to his old bank for 2 years. They couldn't get them to stop. We fixed that in a day for him.
You didn't fix shit!
With a passport,
You're in there with a sledgehammer!
If you're overseas that dies, you need an expedited renewal. If you have your own traveling overseas, you lose your passport, the first person you should call should not be the embassy, should be me. We will get that replaced overnight for you. In fact, any problem that you have with federal government, I'm the one to call. And let me challenge you on this, because a lot of times it can be difficult to figure out what's a federal problem, what's a state problem, what's a county problem, what's a city problem, right? If you don't know who to call, would you call me? And even if I have to refer you to someone else like your county supervisor, not only will we tell you who to call, we will call with you, we will hand you off, and we will call back 2 weeks later to make sure your problems are handled. So if you don't know who to call me first. Okay? So I want to thank you very much for the sometimes civil discourse that we've had this morning.
Hey, America's a melting pot! Tell your fucking white friends that!
Your weekend with me, because I think these kinds of gatherings really matter. And before we end here, let me say this. I fear that we are losing our ability to have...
We're losing our democracy! Do your fucking job!
Folks, at the end of the day, we all play for the same team. We're not on team liberal or conservative, we're not on team Republican or Democrat, we all play for a team United States of America. And I hope you will keep that in mind. So thank you very much. It's an honor to represent you in Congress.
Woo! Woo! Fuck you! Yeah, thank you! The old one finger salute.
Economic lockdown on the 28th. Spend no money.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
On the 28th.
Another mouth that speaks and says fucking nothing. Teddy, I'll see you somewhere, somehow, some way. That's a town hall, ladies and gentlemen. You show up, you make noise, and you eat no Nazi shit. That's a beautiful picture.
Are you doing the protest on the 28th?
Of course I am.
What are we going to do?
What are we going to do? We're going to make some noise, Mama.
Oh, where? What do we mean?
Listen, we got to go to the website. We got to go to the website.
Okay, there's a website?
Are you tech savvy?
Yeah.
Are you really? I am not.
Well, a little bit. And she does.
I'm her daughter.
Hi, daughter.
Sherry.
Put in the search. Local protest.
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Get in touch with your
I
Democratic.
can do that. Yeah.
I'm having a hard time thinking because I'm so heated up. Oh my God.
I was so excited that there were so many people that think like us that were here.
Yeah, well, we got to come out and all the time. This is what happens when you don't come out.
Yeah.
They've been running our government for 40 years and nobody's made a peep.
Yeah. Well, you know, this guy, Jay,
Yeah.
he is never opposed. Never.
Nope.
He's opposed it.
I didn't vote for his ass.
Why didn't somebody from the Democrats oppose it? I didn't understand
I believe that he did have opposition.
Well, it was, we saw 2 signs.
He just didn't have enough money. It's all about the Benjamins. And they hit a honeypot when they hit Elon, didn't they? Let his ass right in, didn't they?
You know what I don't understand? I worked for the federal government in a food service years ago, 30 years ago. We had to have security clearance just to work in the food service.
Yeah, but Elon, the apartheid boy, doesn't need anything. He can go in and touch whatever he wants.
I want to sue him. I think
everybody
on our side should sue him.
America versus.
Should sue him.
Son of a bitch getting billions of our dollars to destroy our country. He's being paid billions of dollars to destroy our country. He's out here with the R word. Megaphone boy. You think you're louder than me? You think you're louder than me? You're not louder than me. Not even with your megaphone. Not even with your megaphone. Fuck you. You might suffer from a little mental deficiency yourself. Yeah. I remember you, pal. Can't see shit, guys. Over there screaming the R word, telling us we're a bunch of R words. Coming from a mentally deficient homeless person. Still ain't fucking louder than me!
Thank you for your voice.
It's big.
I flipped him off. But
Good. I flipped him off too.
Yeah.
Sure did. That hat took me right back to the mamas and the papas. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Careful crossing. There was no room to even park there. They had us park in the supermarket. Supermarket parking lot. Son of a bitch. Motherfucker didn't say a word. Talked a lot and said fucking nothing. Answered no questions. Oh! I was hoping I'd get a chance to hand him the Katie Johnson case. You ever heard of that? Mr. Obenote. Oh, I need a cigarette. Sorry I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Oh, where's my dang ladder? But yeah, I told you I'd be out here. I told you I'd be going live. And I am a woman of my word. I was running a little late. I had pet demands. Where the frick is my lighter? Can't have a smoke without a lighter. Yes, free download. I'm passing them out. I have a whole bunch of them. I'm passing them out so people know what a fucking filthy animal is in our fucking White House. Cause every fucking thing he does, every crime he commits gets shoved under the fucking rug. God damn it. I'll be right back and pass one out. Let's get that top sheet. Somebody needs to protect our children against that fucking animal. Oh my Lord. Don't mess with Ben. Don't mess with Ben. Don't mess with Ben.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
The only one who could help me.
But what can you do for your country?
60s gold.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Little Zen. Every day with you guys is sweeter than the day before. Every day I love you more and more, more and more and more. They say that all good things must come to an end. But girl, it isn't true. Each day with you, I fall in love again. Every day with you, girl, sweeter than the day before. Every day I love you more and more, more and more and more. And when I go to sleep at night time, tomorrow's what I'm waiting for. 'Cause every day with you, girl, is sweeter than the day before. I can't see the chat, guys. See, like, brighten it up. Every day with you, girl, is sweeter than the day before. Every day I love you more and more, more and more and more. Really? You fucking little reed? God damn it! Race somewhere else! Wonder how you lost your back window.
with you, girl. It's sweeter than the day, sweeter than the day, sweeter than the day before.
I'll tell you what, if I had the capacity to do so, I would write this motherfucker a ticket right now for cutting me off outside of a parking lot. Sometimes I wish I should go back to work. I need somebody, not just anybody. You know, I need someone. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I'm planning to change my mind, open up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? It's my victims list and my upside down flag, ladies and gentlemen. For all the world to see, I need a bigger flag. I need a bigger flag. I never done before. Part of my silent protest. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help Drive safely. Safe's my middle name. My name is Benniloco. Now, Benny, Safe, Danger is my middle name, Loco. Now if I change my mind and open up the door, help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me, help me, help me. You guys help me in more ways than you'll ever know. You are my value. You are my cocktail. You share your cannabis with me. A girl can't ask for much more. She's walking her way. She belonged to bad man Jose. Yes, I knew I should leave, but I heard her say, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I am. I'm strong too. We started to dance in my arms, you felt so inviting. And I just couldn't resist it, just the way you kiss, so exciting. And I heard the guitar player say, oh, Jose's on his way. And I knew, yes, I knew I should leave, but I heard her say, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and the night is so long. Dance with me. There you go. Ha ha!
When the music stopped, when I looked, the cafe was empty.
And I heard Moses say,
and when you know you're in trouble, baby. So I dropped my drink from my hand, and through the window I ran, and as I rolled away, I could hear her say to Jose, come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and the night is so young.
Clean and shiny. I love shiny. Moms, I love shiny. This is what happens when you're raised in a house with, at any given time, 12, 15 kids are running around in. You learn to be loud because you want to be heard. And yeah, so all that training paid off, didn't it?
Roll with me, Henry.
Roll with me, Henry.
Roll with me, Henry. Baby.
Roll with me, Henry.
Roll with me, Henry. Roll with me, Henry. All right.
You gotta roll while the rolling's going. Roll, 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 roll.
While the cats are falling, you better stop your stalling. It's intermission in a minute, so you better get with it. Roll with me, Henry. You gotta roll while the rolling is going. Roll on, roll on, roll on. We Henry, you ain't moving me. You gotta feel that rugged beat. Get the leg of your feet. Roll with me, Henry. 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 You gotta roll while the rolling is on. Roll on, roll on, roll on. All right, baby.
Roll with me, Henry. Roll with me, America.
Well, I ain't teasing. You better stop your freezing. If you wanna romance it, you better learn some dancing. Roll with me, Henry. You better roll it while the rolling is on. Roll on, roll on, roll on. Roll with me, Henry. Roll with me, Henry. Roll with me, Henry. Roll with me.
Hey, Pepper. You gotta roll while the rolling's going.
Roll with me, Henry. All right, baby. Roll with me.
I'll be able to stop clenching my jaw. I know this is the cause of my migraines. Man, it's busy in town today. I mean, busy. Busy as fuck. See, it's tourist season out here. Everybody wants to come to the desert in the old winter time. Yeah, I saw my baby walking. See you later, alligator. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Don't you know you're in my way now? Don't you know you grab my style? Well, I thought of what she told me.
Stand alone. He's telling us to pray to him, to confess sin to him, to trust him, to follow him, to give our lives to him.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not giving my life to a comic book character. Sorry. Oh. I give my life to my fellow humans, not to some dead guy. Sorry.
She said, I'm sorry, pretty darling. You know my love is just for you. She said, I'm sorry, pretty darling. You know my love is just for you. Won't you say that you forgive me? And say your love for me is true. I said, oh, wait a minute, get it. I know you mean it just for play. I said, wait a minute, baby. I know you mean it just for play. Don't you know you really hurt me? And this is what I have to say. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Don't you say you're in my way now? Don't you know you can't style? See you later, alligator.
Bye-bye, motherfucker. Don't come back. Be on your way.
Sorry. Oh. Uh-oh. I ran all the way home. Just to say, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
What a morning. Oh my God. Sorry about that. What happened was when I pull back into the house, my Wi-Fi reconnects at the house and I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for the super chats. The only way we're gonna fix this is if we get out there and be fucking loud. I'm gonna be uploading the video that I took prior to going live, and I would so much appreciate it if everybody would go, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Don't mix your words, man. Don't mix your words. Tell me exactly how you feel, because that's what I do, and I don't have a problem doing it. Use your voice when it's necessary, because if you don't, we wind up with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. This is going to be a long, slow battle, guys, and we have to stay diligent. We have to stay strong. We have to support each other. We're all in this together. All of us You know, real humans who actually give a fuck, as opposed to those greedy, grabby motherfuckers who only care about themselves. So on that note, I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna have a couple dabs and a cup of coffee. And yeah, man, just keep on keeping on. We are the power. We are the power. We are the power. Use power, man. I love you guys, and I will see you out there somewhere in the tubes. Have a good day. Happy Saturday.